I've been really lucky recently to be sent a copy of The Search for Freedom, which is a new extreme sports DVD coming out on the 10th of August, which you can also download digitally and get on Blu-ray. And it charts the progress and history of a huge range of adventure sports and extreme sports athletes, and why they do what they do, from the very starting of surfing and mountain biking and windsurfing, stand-up paddleboarding and skateboarding. So why they go off and do these things, and why they do these extreme sports.
The basic instinct of a human being is his search for freedom. And still, the search for freedom is within all of us.
We were kind of disenfranchised from society. I mean, we had totally different lifestyles than our parents.
It's the same thing. It's that thrill of the first ride, and once it gets under your skin, you can never stop.
Try to live right on the edge and try to push that envelope all the time, but you never go over.
You're 100% focused on what you're doing right now. This instant is the most important thing in all of your life. The past is the past, and the future, well, who knows what's coming.
Amazing bit of cinematography, amazing movie, and it's great to see the history behind things. And probably the nicest thing is to see how much in common that us kind of mere mortals that do these sports have with those professionals and those pioneers of the sports, and why it is that we go and do this stuff. So what I was going to do in this quick vlog is just talk about why I do what I do, why it is that I try and go windsurfing and stand-up paddleboarding and get in the sea as much as I can, and how it's ended up becoming my job, not as a professional sportsman, but as a coach and someone that goes out and does training and tries to get other people into it. The reason people do sports, traditionally everyone's looked at it as a way of staying fit, of getting out of the house, but adventure sports and extreme sports, they're kind of a lot more really. And I think sometimes when you look from the outside in, people look at it and wonder why on earth someone would spend so long searching for the right conditions that they may or may not find, or spending so long in a car or a van to get somewhere, to probably spend less time doing the thing they love than it took them to get there. And it's this thing that comes up in this film over and over again really, and this total engagement. Now in modern society, I'm one that's bad for it. Being totally engaged in something is almost harder and harder to do. To be totally devoted to one thing, or only have one focus on your mind. And whether it be going for a quiet paddle, or whether it be going out windsurfing in pretty full-on conditions, that's what you are. You are totally engaged. Your only focus is on what you're doing at the time. And one of the other beauties of the sports we do, whether it be adventure sports or extreme sports, is you get to do them in probably the best aesthetic environment you'll ever come across. Windsurfing, you're quite often down the beach when the conditions aren't beautiful. It's not beautiful sunny days, especially not in the UK. But you can see nature at its best. You get to see the ocean at its most impressive, and the beaches you go to, the places you travel, places that you wouldn't normally go unless that sport take you there. With stand-up paddleboarding, you kind of get to see the locations at their nicest. It's normally when the sun's out or the surf's up. And I've only been into stand-up paddleboarding really for the last sort of 6 or 7 years. but it's taking me to places that I'd have never expected to go to, and that's kind of the reason you do it. But as you get a little bit deeper into it, you realise it gives you a lot of other things. Normally we're obsessed with socialising through going out and meeting people, whereas as these sports do that, and when you look back at these sports and work out what they've given you, they've not just given you a huge variety of experiences, and they've not just taken you to places, they've not just kept you engaged in the moment, but for me especially, they've given me my best friends, they've given me my fiance, and actually they've given me those people that you spend your time with, that you've got most in common with, because again, they've had that same engagement, that same total engagement in one thing. And it's nice to see that it's the same. So for your professional athletes, for those pioneers, for the people that first went out and did it, it's the same for them as it is for us. So as people